walk it like a dog, walk it like a dog, walk it like a dog, whoop, dog, whoop.
Dog. Get it, girl. You know you want to.
Oh, walk it like a chicken.
Hey.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. I said, hey. Welcome back to my channel. Hey, y'all. I'm Jasmine W. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Y'all know I like to jump right in. But first, I must say that if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then you don't support black women. Period. And what are we doing? And why are we doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead, like and subscribe to this video. Also, turn on the notifications. You know, don't you want to be notified? Okay, don't you want to be put on notice? Anyway, this is Ready to Love. This is a new season of Ready to Love Fort Worth, or Dallas Part 2 is what I'm calling it, because that's all it is. Okay, let's jump right into it. Nephew Tommy came out like he was Fat Albert and said, hey, hey, hey.
Nephew Tommy in the house.
I actually, you know what? I have to give Nephew Tommy his props, because this season, it's as if he has been watching my videos, because this season he has really toned it down. He really has. He's like more calm. He's more, you know, he's just a little bit more likable, because he's made it less about him. It's less about Nephew Tommy. And it's more about like
everybody else,
the contestants on the show and stuff. And he's toned down the personality and stuff a little bit. He's found his wave, right? So I like it so far. We started off with a split premiere. Like, this is RuPaul's Drag Race, honey. We started off with one group of singles, and then he brought in the next group of singles on episode number 2. On episode number 3, the second group of singles got to watch the first group of singles walk in, and the first group of singles don't look as good as the second group.
Right.
Baby, you supposed to bring the fine people in to the ugly group. No shade. Nobody's well, there's a couple ugly people on the show, but nobody's ugly on the show. But if I'm a part of the ugly group, bring the fine people in so I can say, because if I'm fine and you bring in the ugly people, I'm like,
disappointed.
Is that it? Like,
I'm out of here.
Anyway, I would have been a little disappointed. The men have the power to eliminate one woman this week. So, yeah. While the two groups were mingling, we finally have all of the singles in one room. Remember Mika, the beautiful, stunning brown-skinned woman on the show. Starting to see a little bit why she might not have fun dating, or why she might have a hard time dating. I wrote down she's bad at making eye contact. Have y'all noticed that? It was just a few moments where I could see that, you know, when the person is here, right? You're the person I'm talking to, and she'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah. That's the kind of person she is. I'm like, okay, she's bad at making eye contact. And, yeah, that was the note that I wrote about her. That's pretty much it. Let's move on to Will. Will is the chocolate skin guy. He connected with Alexis at first, right? He said, I initially connected with Alexis and I thought she was cute and everything. They had a connection, but he's open to dating other people. Will is the guy who said that he really cares about women's curviness. He likes a thick woman, and Alexis didn't have no ass. Okay, she was built like me.
Period.
So we already know that you're not going to be open to dating her, Will, because you are superficial. You can walk into a room and have a connection with a woman, but because she is not as thick as you would like her to be, you will pass her over for somebody who is thicker, but not a better match for you.
Which is fine, but yeah.
Vanessa was kind of coming on strong to Will. She said she liked, you know, she thought he was handsome. And that kind of surprised me, because Vanessa, I don't know. I kind of think Will is the opposite of a white man. And maybe that's why she likes him, because she was married to a white guy, and now she says she don't want to date white men no more. And now she wants the opposite. So, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. No, Will is the comedian. Because I wrote down, why he not showing us he funny? And it's probably because he not. I'm sorry. Anyway, let me move on, child. Let me try to get my thoughts together.
Yeah, get your head right.
Maya, she connected with the comedian Will. I think he goes by William. That's why I'm getting confused. There's a Will and there's a William. But anyway, she connected with the comedian, and my dad said the comedian looks like Popeye.
Wow. Go ahead and put a picture of Popeye up there for us.
I'm a mess. I'm trying to do the dates last, so we'll save the dates for last. We'll be talking about people as sort of as individuals first. The Nigerian Jonathan. I personally think that the women were asking too many questions about his ex. I don't believe in asking questions about people's past relationships when you're getting to know them. When you get comfortable enough to hear about people's failures or heartache and heartbreak, then they can tell you about that.
Right.
I don't believe in sitting on a first date or a second date with somebody and saying, so what happened between you and your ex? Why y'all break up? Oh, yeah, well, he busted out the windows of my car. And then when I got pregnant, he told me to have an abortion. And then he ran me over with a car after that. And so what happened after that?
Save that for the third date.
Like, first of all, I just told you about all my trauma. And now you continue to ask me questions about my ex. I'm not telling you nothing else. The women were so caught up on the fact that he said, in his opinion, he thinks his ex-wife still wants to be with him. And so in the next conversation, so why do you think your ex-wife want to be with you? How does he know? He doesn't know. That's what he thinks. And he could be wrong. Like, why are we talking about this?
Right.
Anyway, he said that his relationship with his wife, romantic relationship with his wife ended 2 years ago. I think that sounds good enough to be moving on. And Mika, the beautiful chocolate woman, says that she thinks that he has baby mama drama and she's not interested. All because he says, yes, I do think that my ex-wife wants to be with me a little bit. How does that equal baby mama drama to you?
To me, it don't.
Him saying, I think if my ex-wife found out I was dating, she probably would have some feelings around it. How does that sound like baby mama drama? It just sounds like, number one, he could be lying and his wife could be somewhere off in La La Land dating somebody else, not even thinking about him. But he could think that she's thinking about him, right? Because a lot of times that happens.
Right.
But also, it's like, that doesn't sound like drama. It just sounds like she has feelings. And those are her feelings. And he doesn't have to cater to her feelings. But she's allowed to have feelings without him changing how he moves. He could still date and acknowledge that his ex-wife has feelings. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. And I'm dating. I'm still legally married. But I'm mentally, spiritually, and physically single. And yeah, I'm pretty sure maybe if my ex found out I was dating, they probably wouldn't like it very much.
Right. But so?
Well, what does that mean? Now I have baby daddy drama? No, that's not what that means. Anyway, the comedian. See, I got the comedian and Will and William, I got them confused. But I wrote down the comedian has 3 boys. That's a lot of kids, ain't it? To be a comedian?
Yeah.
You a comedian and you got 3 kids? Comedians, y'all, we don't make money like that.
I'm not laughing.
Woo! And he said he wants to find his rib. I hate it when men say that. I don't know what it is about finding your rib.
You look like he got enough ribs to me.
I don't like that. Let me know what y'all think about that. When a man say, I want to find my rib, to me that just sounds problematic. It sounds problematic. I don't like the way it sounds. I don't know. I just don't like it.
Too traditional.
And I know Kevin Hart be saying it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Not one bit.
Anyway, April, she's 41. I think she has a PhD from TSU. I think, or maybe a master's degree or 2 master's degrees or 3 master's degrees. She's a master in something, honey. I don't really remember. But she sat down with the guy with the beard and they got into it a little bit because he said that she was asking him too many questions because she asked him, when was your last relationship? And he told her, and she said, okay, how long was it? And he said, why does that matter? He got defensive very quick.
Real quick.
To be honest with you, this man is married. He was married and he's dating now. I think he got intimidated because she told him how educated she was.
Yep, that was it.
Once she told him that I have a PhD, 2 master's degrees, 4 bachelor's degrees. I have a certification in heart surgery.
Ooh.
I've read 600 books today alone this morning before I got here.
Cat Williams.
I'm very smart. I own 3 Bentleys. I have 3 businesses, and I have a side hustle that's not a business yet, but it's about to be a business. And then my kid, who's not born yet, they have an LLC and an S Corp and their own nonprofit. Okay, he got intimidated by that. His insecurity started to itch him, like he was itching all over when he heard that she was accomplished. And he wasn't interested in her anymore after she said she had a PhD. That's why when she said, how long were you in a relationship, or how long had it been since you've been in that relationship? He immediately said, why does that matter?
It do.
She said, because I asked. I felt like that was like, that's rude as well. Her saying because I asked was rude.
Yeah, it was.
But my dad, I was watching this with my parents, and my dad said, her asking him, how long had it been since you've been in that relationship? That was not a personal question. He said, that's just a general question. And I could see if she had asked him something personal, but that wasn't personal. And he got mad for no reason.
Right.
And I agree with that. I do think that she was rude. And I do think that, I don't know, I personally believe this might be old fashioned, but if you want to be treated softly by somebody, you have to speak to them softly.
Ooh.
And if you are no longer in a position to speak softly to someone because of how they're talking to you or handling you, don't talk to them no more. Don't be with them.
Go ghost.
But in order to be treated softly, you also have to be soft in your approach with people in general, not just men. Yeah. So yeah, she's a little bit too forward.
Rough.
Yeah, I wrote down she's rude and he's insecure. That's just a long-winded way of saying she's rude and he's insecure. Let's talk about the dates. Let's start with Jonathan the Nigerian and April. I wrote down Jonathan looked really nice in gold. And since we're talking about April, this is the woman with the PhD, the master's degree, the pedigree, the pedicure, and the manicure. Okay. I listen. I have to be honest with y'all.
Go ahead.
I don't think
When
that
aren't you?
when you listen, I don't think that you have to wear makeup. I don't.
You don't.
I don't think you have to wear makeup.
You don't have to.
However,
Ooh.
I do think that if you're going to go on a date with somebody that you are just getting to know, you should look how you feel.
Good.
Okay? If you want to feel sexy, you should look sexy. That doesn't mean you have to show skin, but you should put on something that's sexy to you, something that's flirty to you, whether it's a bright color.
Right.
What colors do you look good in?
Right.
This woman was wearing black, I think.
Maybe she look good in black.
Maybe you look good in black, fine.
Right.
But can we get a little bit of, a dangly earring?
Something.
If you're not going to put on concealer, some glossy lips so your lips is bussin', shiny, can we get something?
What can we get?
Because I would never catch myself on a date with somebody who I did not know. This is not my husband and we just going out for dinner on a Wednesday night. Like, even if I'm going out on a date with my husband, honey, I'm going to feel sexy. I'm going to look sexy. I'm going to look cute.
That's my motto anyway.
So why do you not have one like a little concealer and some gloss?
Something.
Can we get something? Can we get something that elongates the neck?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to have your boobs out, but can we get a little clavicle?
Yes.
Like, it's not giving me nothing, baby. And Jonathan was looking very handsome in his gold shirt. You could tell he thought about what he was going to wear, what he looked good in, the skin tone, what matches chocolate skin tone, stuff like that. And she's over here looking like, rah, rah, rah.
Wah, wah, wah. Meep, meep, meep.
I'm sorry. Like, y'all let me know if y'all think I'm wrong for that, for saying that she should put a little razzle dazzle into her look if she's going to go on a date with somebody. That's just me. I think I've been saying this for years now. April said that her marriage with her ex didn't work out because her ex-husband did not know how to exercise self-control. Then she started asking Jonathan about his ex again. And he even said, why is she asking me about my ex again. That's a no-no. Just get to know him. You're not getting to know him by getting to know what happened with him and his ex. That's a misconception. You're not getting to know him. Yeah. I wrote down, you can't have resting bitch face, RBF, and not have on no concealer. I'm sorry. On a date.
On a date.
On your first date with somebody. Mm-mm. Nope.
On your first date. No.
Let's move on to Patrice and Huggy Bear. This is Patrice with the Huggy Bear guy and they went to the soul food place and he was eating catfish and he said, this catfish good. Oh my God. And she said, okay, well, what do you like to do on the weekend? He said, eat. Because he was effing that catfish up. In fact, he said, when the plate came out, he said, I'm finna F this food up. I would have said, okay, F it up then. I don't have a problem with somebody eating and enjoying their food on a date. Patrice didn't like it. She said, hey, I'm here too. Baby, if you was as good as this catfish, he might have been paying attention to you.
Have a good personality like the fish.
Anyway, Huggy Bear is also works in the entertainment industry or something like that, and he likes to go clubbing every weekend. And he said in order for him to stop clubbing every weekend, he needs a reason to stop.
Boo.
I don't want to be with no man who needs a reason to stop clubbing. Who needs me to be a reason for them to stop clubbing.
Right.
What about getting some sleep? No shade, but what about not drinking every weekend and going to the club and staying out till 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning and then going to the Waffle House afterwards?
Yeah, how about we don't do that?
Like, why do I want to be your reason to stop going to the club? I don't want to be your reason to stop going to the club. I don't want to be the reason you stop smoking. I don't want to be the reason you stop gambling. I don't want to be the reason you start taking your life seriously. I want you to be the reason for that. I want you to care about you, Huggy Bear. So keep going out, keep drinking, keep smoking every weekend, keep eating your catfish. I don't have a problem with it because I won't be with you.
Exactly. Simple as that.
Like, I think that's so dumb. I need a reason. I need somebody to come into my life and be a reason for me to better my life and get sleep. You sound dumb. You really sound stupid. Child. All right, let's talk about the 2 dates that we saw. Okay? Let's talk about the 2 dates. First, let's talk about the bowling date. It was Alonzo, Jonathan the Nigerian, Alexis, and Coachia. The women won in the bowling contest. I said, I know that's right. I wrote down the Nigerian guy is very silly. And I also hated the yellow t-shirt that he had on. It was big and boxy. And he's tall and slim. It just did not look good. I'm sorry. It did not look good. Jonathan, the Nigerian, was trying to talk to Coachia and have a conversation with her. And he was like, what do you think about X, Y, and Z? And she was like,
chirp, 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 cricket, 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 cricket.
And he was like, hello? And she was like,
I wonder what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. Ooh, I'm in the mood for a grilled cheese.
She didn't have no thoughts. I'm like, girl, do you not be thinking? Or, anyway. Jonathan asked her what her love language was. She didn't know. I wrote down, then Jonathan and Alexis started talking, and I wrote down Jonathan and Alexis actually looked really cute together to me. He let her know that he has a foot fetish and he likes to suck toes. Y'all like y'all toes sucked? Please tell me. Tell me the truth. Do y'all like y'all toes sucked?
Don't you? Why are you looking around? Shoot.
Anyway, Alonzo asked Coachia, I think he asked somebody, how big are you on communication? I wrote down, who isn't big on communication? Who gonna say, you know what? Communication really actually don't mean a lot to me. I love texting a man and I love not hearing from him for at least 2 to 3 weeks. Because it's not a big deal to me.
I hate communication.
How big are you on communication?
Stupid.
Communication is everything. It runs the world. Like, that's the most ridiculous question I've ever heard anybody ask anybody on a date. It's like, how big are you on eating though? Like, how often do you eat? You know what? I could go at least 3 or 4 days without eating. Because eating, my life does not revolve around eating. Okay. So how big are you on breathing though? Is breathing important to you? You know, hold on, let me hold my breath.
Okay, girl.
This is so stupid. How big are, child? This is why I would get up and walk off on him if I was dating him, honey, because he's just don't make no sense. Then he asked, if we had a pregnancy scare, what would you do? Baby, I would never sleep with you without a condom on. What? I would never sleep with you, period. Like, anyway, I wrote down Coachia has no personality.
None.
Let's move on to the painting date. With Vanessa, William the comedian, Patrice, and the guy with the beard, Lamar. Okay? Vanessa, I wrote down Vanessa's kids are 16 and 5, which it kind of shocked me a little bit because I'm like, wow, she went 10 years without having a kid. Why did she have a second one? Anyway.
Yeah, why would you do that?
The guy with the beard really likes Patrice. A lot of the guys like Patrice, and I think it's because she has a sweet personality. Of course she's gorgeous, but she's very sweet. She said, or he said that he would love to paint her and she could be the canvas. Patrice said she wants a godly man. And I wrote down Lamar thinks he has a better personality than he has. But honestly, as the show went on, I was like, okay, Lamar is kind of funny to me. Like, he was funny in Nephew Tommy's Tabernacle. He was funny. But anyway, Lamar also told Vanessa that she is too reserved and that she needs to open up. I said this about her on my last review. He actually asked her to do something that I thought was very clever. He asked her to scream. He asked her to scream out loud because she is so closed off. He just wanted to see if she would scream.
Right.
And she said,
girl, she squealed.
He said, scream, let loose. And she said,
oh my God. Oh my God.
To be honest with you, that is something I would ask my friend to do. What's wrong? I'll scream right now. Scream right now. Open yourself up. She wouldn't do it. She needs to go to therapy. Because there's no reason you shouldn't be able to scream in public. In fact, I want to start a business where people can go somewhere and scream. Because there's no place for us to scream and it be acceptable.
I've been saying this.
You know what I mean? I can't scream. I got neighbors. If you live in a house, you can scream. But if you don't own a home, you don't have nowhere to scream.
Nowhere.
It's something I'm passionate about. Anyway, Patrice said that she wanted to peel William, the comedian, like a banana. And she told him, when it comes to the things that she wants in a relationship, I think I'm worth it. Do you think you're worth it, or do you know you're worth it? Can I get an amen? You got to know you worth it, baby. Anyway, in Nephew Tommy's Tabernacle, the men loved Patrice. Okay. They said the girl, April, with the pedigrees, degrees, manicures, pedicures, and German Shepherds was too aggressive. And Lamar, his insecurity came out because he said, I got a job too. I do a lot too. I don't care about your degrees. Obviously, you're very bothered that she's very accomplished. It doesn't diminish you, Lamar, but apparently you think that it does. So your insecurity jumped out.
Feeling small.
They said that April likes to run the show and she likes to talk mess to her man. They said she likes to talk crazy to her man and I'm not with it. They also said that Coachia has a wall up. I wrote down that the men are being very honest in Nephew Tommy's Tabernacle. Amen. And they were also being mature. I actually really liked the way that they were communicating. Yes. I said I love church at the Tabernacle today because they were doing a really great job at communicating what they observed in the women so far. And I was very impressed by the communication skills of the men there. Anyway, so we are down to the elimination. It's Lamar went to go eliminate April, and Alonzo went to eliminate Coachia. I don't understand why they sent the people, the guys that these women were having issues with, they sent them to eliminate. I don't like that. They did that for drama. In the past seasons, they sent men who got along with that particular woman to eliminate them. And I think that's how you take care of the women and the men, even in this situation. You don't send somebody who I had an argument with to eliminate me. You send somebody who I have a good rapport with to eliminate me. But they just want drama, right? And we all want to see it. But at the end of the day, I think that we should take a little bit more care like they were doing previously. And I love that about this show. And I don't know why they switched it up. But anyway, Alonzo with the locks sat down with Coachia. And she brought up the fact that he asked her if she wanted to be choked or spanked. And she said, I did not appreciate you asking me something that was so sexual and you don't even know me. She thought it was disrespectful. She thought it was uncalled for.
It was.
And me and my dad agreed. I asked my dad, what do you think about that? My dad said that was extremely disrespectful. And I like the fact that she walked off on him. Because she should not have to endure somebody asking her if she would like to be choked or spanked and her be disrespected by it and her have to sit there and endure that. I said, I agree. If I wasn't feeling a guy, if I was on a first date and I'm feeling like I'm just getting to know you and you asked me if I want to be choked or spanked, honey, I would have said next question. Neither from you. You won't be choking or spanking me. Matter of fact, let's choke the check. Let's go ahead and choke the check, honey. Because I don't know why you're asking me that. I wrote down Alonzo is childish. He tried to deny that it was a sexual question. He actually gaslit her by saying, you didn't even give me the benefit of the doubt to ask me if it was sexual.
Boy, bye.
We know. We have common sense, baby. Okay? There's a little thing called, what's that called? What's it called when you, oh yeah. There's a little thing called context clues. So in the context of the conversation, it gave us a clue that you meant something sexual. Yeah, you may not have learned that in school, but we did. And we know what you meant. Okay? Anyway, she said that Alonzo gave her feedback and he was not able to give her specific examples. And so she was not able to apply that feedback. And she got up and left like she was me in one of my videos online, in one of my sketches. And I don't blame her. Because I have walked off on a man just like that a couple of times since I've been dating in the last 10 months. Yeah, I've walked off on a couple of y'all. Yeah, and I know y'all probably watching this. Anyway, let's move on to Lamar and April.
They probably not, but yeah.
Lamar told April that she wants a man that she can boss around and told her that the men was asking rather if she was looking for a man or a puppy. Because she wants to walk her man like a dog. Walk it like a dog. Walk it like a dog. Walk it like a dog. Whoop, dog. Whoop.
Dog. Get it, girl. You know you want to.
Walk it like a chicken. And April said, I didn't believe that I came off that way. Really? I didn't believe that I came off that way. Well, maybe when you watch it back with your friends, they'll tell you the truth.
Ooh.
April then said that the men are not ready for her. Okay? And he told her that she's not ready to love. And she said, I ain't ready to love no bum like you. Yeah. I ain't ready to love a bum like you. Yeah. Yeah. Cause you's a bum.
She was very soft when she delivered that message.
And I said, that's what they talking about. That's exactly what they was talking about.
Exactly.
Listen, I'm not even mad at the masculine bag. I'm in my masculine bag too.
Girl.
Yeah, I'm in my masculine bag right now. So
we are though.
Shout out to my friend comedian Keenan Baker. That's where this hat's from. But yeah, that was the episode. I can't wait to read y'all comments. Let me know what you think. And I'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.